Oh, I don't need my headphones for the rest. Okay. Even though those are the comfortable Johns. All right. Briefly, I just thought that this was a funny reminder of how it goes down sometimes, especially with strong lawyers. 50 Cent was paying his baby mama $500,000 a year, $40,000 a month in child support. She said it wasn't enough, so he took her to family court, and the judge dropped it to just 6,700 a month, from half a million to under 7K, all because she got greedy. Wow. I feel like I saw that before, but to see the actual numbers like that in front of me, of course, there's the questions of like, what the fuck are you doing with $40,000 a month? Yo, remember the shit when we covered like last year, the year before, with his son Marquise talking about I can't survive off of this amount of money, and like everybody's coming out scolding him like, man, sit your ass down, go get a job or some shit like that. You don't know the value of a dollar. Talk about you can't live. It was like $5,000 or $10,000 or something like that. He said he can't live over that month. You know how many people is living under half of that and they doing fine for them. Like anyway, $40,000 a month. Yeah, if I'm 50, I'd hate her too. Allegedly burnt the house down once upon a time. Even Rick Ross rapped about it. I'm gonna leave that alone though. Allegedly. But $40,000 a month. What the fuck y'all got going on over there? $500,000 a year, and you said that wasn't enough. Allegedly, you said that wasn't enough. You got what you deserve. 6,700 now, and that's what I was saying about what was the one that we were just looking at. Was it Brittany Renner's? Was it Brittany Renner's? I think it was Brittany Renner's the other day, and when she was saying she needs to make more, and they factored in the fact that her baby father in the NBA, his fucking contract is like 90 million or something. I was like, but what does how much he make have to do with how much this situation needs, including this child? 50 Cent, nobody doubt how much fucking money is in his back pocket, and you end up getting $6,700 a month. He probably spent that same $500,000 that he spends per year. He probably spent $500,000 for this one moment to take your ass to court with the most high-powered lawyers in the world, drop your ass down to 6,700. Even if he paid $500,000 in legal representation for this, money well spent, super well spent. When you compare the new monthly outcome, 67 versus 40, shit. Some of y'all crazy, and then have the nerve to ask for more. You know what? Let me go back to that for 1 second. Let me add a little story there, because I've had a greedy moment where I could look in the mirror and be like, yeah, you did that before, ARP, and you fucked up. Nowhere near the caliber of a situation like that. But I say sometimes I used to host fight parties a lot, like a little bachelor pad I had on the island. Right, little small little spot, but I had a little projector set up in the living room, and it was dope. Everybody come through, we have a good time. It was fire. Now, I was upstairs, like getting changed or something like that, but my guest was already showing up, and a lot of people that was there is like homies that hang out there or been there before anyway. And one of my boys, because I didn't get downstairs yet and cut the fight on. Now the main event wasn't going. It's like early on, but there was just music playing downstairs. Niggas just socializing and chilling. One of my boys picks up the remote, cuts on the projector, goes to the pay-per-view channel and hits the purchase. Right, like let's get the fight on. Right, I come downstairs and I noticed that the pay-per-view on the projector is in it's got the black bar at the top of the bottom, like that what they call it, like H whatever, but it's got the bars at the top of the bottom. So it's not taking up the full real estate of my full projector wall. I didn't want that. So I was like, what the fuck? I was like, who? He's like, oh, nah, I just put it on real quick since you was upstairs, I'm changing clothes, whatever, boom, boom. I was like, nigga. So he ordered like the HD pay-per-view one versus like the normal standard, and my projector at the time, that it wasn't like HD, so I ended up with the black bars at the top of the bottom, right? So I lost some of the real estate. So anyway, I go to the other fucking channel and order it. Now I could do the full screen mode, right? Cool. So when my fucking bill comes, I'm charged twice for that pay-per-view. Let's say it was $70 or some shit. Okay, 70 and 70. So one of these $70 I got a problem with. Now my homie Jason, um, Jay Long, right? Now I don't think he even works there anymore, so I'm not putting him out there. And this is like over 20 years ago or some shit like this, 15, 20 years ago. But he used to work in cable. And when I moved into that crib and I cut my cable service on, they popped out and they took care of me. Like they put all this shit and discounts and extra channels on. This is cable TV days, pretty much, right? All this shit on my plan, but I didn't have to pay for it. And I had that for like a couple years. And when I called in to have that extra charge of the pay-per-view taken off my shit, they did it. And then I got a call back like 5 minutes later from the rep. They said, "Excuse me, but we're going over your plan here, and we're seeing a bunch of stuff here that shouldn't be there. And it's our duty to correct inaccurate, shit on pretty much. Let's say I had a $40 a month bill, right? All the shit that they gave me pushes me out to like $250 a month. And my greedy, stupid ass call over knocking off that $50, $60 for that extra pay-per-view purchase made me lose my plan. You know what I'm saying? That was greed. That was greed. It's like you should have just paid that. I didn't forget that, nigga. You're getting a hookup. You're getting a hookup. Why are you calling a cable company about that second purchase? You're getting a fucking hookup. Now lose that shit every month going forward now. No different than the 50 Cent shit to me. Bitch, you're getting a hookup. I'll take back calling a bitch. I'll take that back. But chick, you're getting a hookup. 500 grand a year, 40,000 a month. What more do you want? What more do you want? Tyrese, what do you want? Why the fuck are you going back to court? Leave that alone, because you know you don't need $40,000 a month. You know that in your mind. I know I didn't need that fucking little 56 whatever taken off of the bill. I know that. And you went back, try to get more, and that's what happened to your stupid ass. Happens to the best of us. Be careful, man. Be careful trying to extend your blessings. All right.